Hello and good evening. It is Friday the 15th and it's 7 o'clock, and I'm just sitting down to video because I left work and decided to run a couple of errands. So I went first to Target because I had a $5 off. I don't remember where I got it from. I don't really shop at Target, so I went over to their makeup section and got some kind of an eyebrow pencil that was like $6 and change. So I ended up paying like a buck and change when all was said and done. Um, then I decided to go over to another plaza which had home goods and I think that was the main. Oh, it had home goods and it had Ulta Beauty. Um, I haven't really done any research on makeup to know what I should get. Um, we'll circle back to that. So I went into what I thought was home goods, but it ended up being DSW, which I'm not complaining. But I did go in there by accident. I had no intention of going in because, number one, I don't, well, not that I don't need, you always need more shoes, but I, they will give you credit towards a purchase if you bring in old shoes, and then they donate them and refurbish them and stuff. And I have a ton of old high heels and stuff that I have in a box in the garage, and I was going to put them in the car and just go to the shoe store like next week or something. But when I walked in accidentally, I said, well, I'm here. Let's just see what they have. So I really just went over to their clearance and tried some stuff on, and I'm still a very thrifty shopper, so I just will not pay a lot of money for something. And their clearance was like not, those were not clearance prices, but I did find a pair of shoes, so I'm going to show them to you. So these, they're a nude color, which I am very happy about. They did say $45, but when all was said and done, I ended up paying like $31. That's with tax and everything, so that was a good deal. Very happy. That's about the size heel that I like. It's not flat. It's not a tiny little peep heel, but it's not, a stiletto. Those days are over. I used to wear really, really high heels, and I just don't anymore. It's a comfort thing. These are perfectly fine. Um, so I got those, and then I left there. Excuse me, and I went to Home Goods because I wanted to get a couple of acrylic containers just to kind of put my makeup in. Because I think I'm going to take one of my desks. Well, I was going to do the one behind me, but I might do a different one and just kind of make it as a makeup table, kind of getting ready in the morning type thing. But I've got to move some things around if I'm going to do that. But I did want to get a couple of acrylic containers. Plus, I have a organizer on the back of my toilet in my master bathroom, and it does not have solid surface on the bottom. It's got things can fall through. So I do have a couple of acrylic containers and other baskets on there, so I can always use these for that if I decide to. Um, I'll show you what I got at Target. Um, it's a tinted gel for eyebrows. I don't know if it's gonna focus. Probably not. Well, anyway. And it's brown because even though my hair looks black, it's actually very, 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 very dark brown. And if I put black on my eyebrows, it will look ridiculous. So, after Home Goods, and I did find, I didn't bring it over here. I did find a container to hold my makeup brushes, and again, it's a container. It's solid glass. It's tinted with a light blue because I'm going to swap out these curtains. because I have bluish ones downstairs that I will bring up here, and then they'll match my chair here. So I'm going to kind of have a bluish theme in here. But that is a very universal glass. It's almost like a really short vase almost. I know vases typically longer, but you can use this for pens and pencils. You could use it for anything. So I like things that are versatile. Um, I change my mind a lot on a lot of things, and I like to move things around. I mean, don't most women? So I got those two things. So I think I spent maybe $20 at Home Goods. After I left there, I went over to Ultra Beauty, and I only got like five things. I ended up spending like $48, which was a little more than I wanted to spend because, again, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to get. And I got safe products in the sense that, like, once I kind of learn what I should be doing for makeup, I think these are still colors I can use regardless. They're kind of in the middle. Um, so that's good. And then the other thing I wanted to say in regards to, like, what I was going to circle back to with the makeup is that I have been using, for the most part, drugstore makeup since I started wearing makeup. I don't spend a lot on makeup. Um, I would say the last 10 years, 10, 15 years, I have spent a little more on makeup as far as, going to Sephora and getting foundation and powder. But other than that, all of my other makeup is drugstore makeup. So, I want to do some research on really how I should be putting makeup on. Not just because, well, number one, because even how I've been doing makeup up to this point um, is just something that I learned to do on my own. You figure it out when you're younger. We didn't have videos back in the day to show you how to put makeup on. So, that was trial and error. And I think as I age, I think it's important to make sure that you're not putting it on too thick, that you're contouring a little bit, especially like I have very hooded eyes, which is where they kind of come over your eyelids a bit. And it makes me look mean sometimes. So, um, there's tricks on how to apply makeup to fix that. So, I didn't want to buy too much because once I start doing some research, there's probably going to be pieces that I really should get to try the effects that I'm going to try to try. So, but anyway, they were safe products, so I'm okay with that. I do know that I definitely want to try and step outside the box. I'm not one to put on a lot of heavy makeup, um, but I am excited to kind of experiment a little bit, and that should be fun. I don't know when I'm going to have the time to do that, but that might be a weekend thing or evenings, maybe. I don't know. So that was my after work thing. Well, then after that, actually, I headed home. I had to hit the supermarket just to get a handful of things. Um, and then so yeah, I haven't, so it's 10 after 7. I haven't eaten anything yet. I am very hungry. So we will talk about my food for today. Again, we won't do this in every video, but I will do it since this is kind of the first week. But this morning I had a couple of eggs scrambled with my leftover sausage link and some peppers and onions. I did end up having the 2 sausage links last night with some peppers and onions. So I just cut up that third one and put that in the eggs this morning. So that was for breakfast. Then I think around 12:30 I had lunch, and I had a half a chicken breast left. It was huge. but I won't cook them that big again because it was cooked all the way through, but there was a funny texture to it, and I couldn't even. I don't think I ate. Well, I probably ate half of it, maybe. So I ended up just tossing that. It was gross. Um, I don't know if it was the way it was cooked because it was so thick. I don't know. Um, I think. Well, so besides that, then I had a piece of string cheese. Then I had, I think that was it until I think about 1:30. I had a Quest bar. Now, if you're not familiar with Quest bars, I like them. They're keto friendly. I have a couple right here that I'm going to show you. I had a chocolate brownie one. Um, the ones that I have here are, this is a chocolate peanut butter. This has 20 grams of protein, 4 net carbs, 1 gram of sugar. And they're all different. Some of them are better for you than others. It's low enough where if I'm going to have this as a meal replacement or a treat, I think that's pretty good. This one I'm not too keen on. This is, what is the name of this one? Cinnamon brown sugar. Sounded really good. This light is terrible. All right, hold on, because I'm going to see if I can change. Maybe that'll be better. I don't know. No. Quest. You can see the word Quest on there, though. There we go. It says stacks protein, cinnamon brown sugar. Let me put my glasses on because I'm an old woman. All right. The cinnamon brown sugar. So there's 11 total fat, 7 are saturated, 12 grams of fiber, 28 grams of carbs, but only 1 gram of sugar, 220 calories. So in my opinion, this is something that, like, if you're looking for, like, and these are very, very sweet. That's why I don't like them. But if you're looking for, like, a candy bar replacement, that's perfect. These chocolate peanut butter ones, they are not, they have chocolate morsels, I think, or something in them. That's the only chocolate. And the peanut butter taste is barely peanut butter. They're very good. Let me see what these are. Total fat is 9. Saturated fat is 2.5. Total carbs 22. 11 are fiber. Total sugars are 1. Protein 20. The calories are 190. So these, in my opinion, for me, are a really good meal replacement. And you drink some water after this, and this will totally hold you over. So that's why I really like the Quest bars, because most of them taste pretty good. I think for some people too, it's a texture thing. I mean, if you look at the difference between these, Quest puts out a flat bar, and then they put out a really stacked chunky bar. Most of these stacked chunky bars I don't like, and it's not a texture thing for me. It's that most of them are super, super sweet. And usually the flatter ones are the ones that I like the most, because they're not as sweet. But when I say texture thing, it's like when you take them out of the wrapper, they're like silly putty. But most of them taste really good. They're less sweet, and for a meal replacement, they're just, in my opinion, way, way better. But I don't really have a texture thing with most things, so to some people you may not like them. But the one that I had was a chocolate brownie or something like that. So I think I have a couple maybe left. I'm kind of over them. I had a full box of them, and I like to move on to different flavors. But I'll tell you that this chocolate peanut butter one is really good. And I think I ordered another box of these that are on their way because I only have probably 5 or 6 left. I mean, I think you get 12 in a container, but all right, so that's that. Um, and then so that's what I had for my afternoon snack or whatever, I guess. And then for dinner, I was planning on cooking a London broil on the grill. I really don't feel like it, but I don't know. I probably won't cook it. Um, I may just, huh, I may just open up a can of chicken breast and have, I don't know. We'll have to see because I don't know what I'm feeling like. Um, Sunday, I do plan on going to church, and I I've been watching church online for a long time. I typically will go in person in the summer and not so much in the winter. But I would like to get back to it. So that's my plan for Sunday. And I like to dress up for it too. I don't like going, even before I kind of was doing this revamp on my presentation and all of that, I don't like going to church looking all homelessly um, or whatever, just all bummed out and whatever. Um, but the other thing I plan on doing tonight is planning some of my content moving forward, so I kind of have a general idea of what I want to talk about, and it's not just an impromptu like this. Um, I do plan on exercising again tonight. I will say that I got a pretty good workout last night. And the only place I really feel like I felt it was my thighs, and I don't know why, because I didn't feel like I really worked them out very much. I mean, I stretched, so maybe that's what it's from. I do plan on doing a video tomorrow. It may go up early. Most likely will go up, oh, I say early, before noon. Not early morning, but probably before noon. Not later in the day like the weekdays. And then Sunday's video will probably be afternoon, but I don't know exactly what time because it's going to be after church and all of that. And then maybe I will show some before and after pictures of my writing desk and then of the makeup table setup if I am able to get to that, which I should. So it should be a pretty busy weekend. I've also got to get my air conditioners out and get them in the windows because I don't have central air. And this week, I don't know. I didn't watch the weather yet. I know we're going to get hot weather this week, but I don't know when it's starting. So I definitely want to get the units in because, what was I just going to say? I don't remember. I was going to say something. But anyway, I do put one in my bedroom and I've got to put one in the kitchen downstairs. So I probably can wait till Sunday to do that, I think. But all right. What's our time? We got 18:45. So having not really planned anything specific to say, I guess I can talk. But I need to go through nail polish because when I put this nail polish on, I realized it really doesn't match. I want something that's going to kind of be somewhat neutral so it doesn't clash with the things that I wear. So and a lot of the nail polish I have had for like 25 years. And in my opinion, if it's not clumpy, it's usable. So I guess that's all I have for you. Oh, I have one last thing because, why not? I got another comment about the YouTuber that I'm watching. I don't know where these things are coming from. I guess the creepy weird thing is that because I comment on some of his stuff, and tons of people do, for some reason people are looking at my comment and then going to see if I have a page and then watching my videos to pick up on what I'm talking about and then leaving me a comment. So it's a little stalkish, I think. But everything's open to the public, I suppose. That's why we're doing this. So it is what it is. But it was just another, whoa, be careful. Don't trust him. Don't get any perspective from him. He's not who you think he is. Trust me, I know. It's like, I don't know. Part of me wants to go, thank you, I appreciate that. And then another part of me wants to say, like, mind your business. I don't know. I just feel like I'm just watching a YouTube video and making a comment. Like, that's all I'm doing. I'm not, like, pursuing him or something. Like, I think that's what creeps me out about all of this is the insinuation that it's anything more than me just commenting on somebody's video. So that's what's kind of weird. But anyway, I guess, all in all, it's just people, I guess, trying to look out for me. So I appreciate that. And going to find the positive in everything because I don't think that it's really meant towards me to be bad in any way. But I think there's just a part of me that feels like when it comes to anybody, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. And until I personally have experienced something, people are okay in my book. Especially when, other than watching somebody's video and making comments, I'm not ever going to have any interaction with this person anyway. So I'm not really that concerned about it. But anyway, I'm not going to go on and on about that. But, and, again, it's a comment. It's showing activity on my channel. So I'm good with that too. And I'm okay with this engagement, and having this, I guess, conversation about different things. But I don't know. It's a little strange. But I'm sure that that's nothing compared to what may be in the future if my channel grows. So I'm ready, I guess, as I'll ever be, and comes with the territory. So with that said, I will let you guys go, and hopefully I'll have more interesting things to say in the future. I appreciate you tuning in and watching, and again, this is a journey for me in many ways, in a transformational way of presenting myself in a diet, nutrition, and health way. So it's just kind of I think, to a video diary, if you will. So if and when I die, hopefully it's not soon, my kids, my family can look at the videos and all right, I guess that's it. Now I'm just being weird. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Thanks. Bye. I had one final thought. I just wanted to let you guys know that I am very aware of the audio sound in yesterday's video was horrible. I had to do quite a few test videos before I went, before I recorded this one. Again, the mic is new to me, and so this whole setup is new to me, so we're just getting used to it. So I do apologize for that. I know you had to have your volume all the way up, and then any little tap was like super jarring and loud. So when I was listening to it back, I was like, oh my God. So I apologize for that, and I'm hoping this one's better. If not, they will progressively get better. I hope. Okay. Thanks. Talk to you soon.